some people may not even understand that those things were introduced to the Black community. And there's proof. And then anytime we try to rise up, anytime we try to group together, any of those times, they destroy us with impunity. See, when Martin Luther King, even though his whole was nonviolent, because again, he was a Christian, so nonviolent, again, another criminalization, but when he started to wake up, when he started speaking to Elijah Muhammad, when he started talking to Malcolm X, and he came out with a speech. I forgot the name of the speech, but he came out with a speech 7 or 8 months prior to his assassination. And I want you guys to hear that speech. He's talking about Black empowerment. He's talking about how integration probably was a bad idea. And the most important thing, he's talking about Black nationalism. He's talking about Black nationalism. And Black nationalism is basically a movement for Black people to empower themselves and be socially, economically powerful and successful. But it has to do with a form of segregation. And this what these powerful men knew. But they killed Dr. Martin Luther King. Okay. So then, even to this day, how they cultivated and, made up as though the Nation of Islam assassinated Martin Luther King. And all of us watched that Malcolm X movie. And a part of that movie, if I'm not mistaken, is how one of the 3-letter agencies that starts with a C somehow infiltrated the Nation of Islam and had some dirt on some of the low-level Muslims and tricked, coerced, threatened them with jail, and those brothers supposedly killed Malcolm X. And then there's another story that they just got some random Black dudes off the street and had trumped up charges on them, and they assassinated Martin Luther King. But not for one moment do I ever think that it came from the Nation of Islam. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe Elijah Muhammad would do something like that. Just, I read the message to the Black man. And that doesn't mean that he didn't do it. I'm just saying I don't believe he did it. I don't believe the Nation of Islam had nothing to do with it. So they killed Malcolm X. Then they killed Malcolm X. And during that time, we understand that the Black Panther Party was around. And during that time, a 3-letter agency started with a C. And a 3-letter agency started with an F. They started COINTELPRO, counterintelligence. And they used to monitor the Black Panther Party. And they used to start infighting against the Black Panther Party. And they had trumped up charges on the Black Panther Party. You name it. It was to destroy the Black Panther Party, and it worked. Because that was the most serious group next to the Nation of Islam that foundational Black Americans had. And I tell people from my research of history and religion, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, being a Muslim is the closest thing to some of the religions that we had in Africa that a lot of melanated people was actually involved with. But on TV, on mass media, or I call forgot what somebody called it, but the brainwashing box, they would have us to believe that Muslims are extremists, that Muslims are terrorists. Now, Black people, we know the difference between a Black Muslim and an Arab Muslim, or a Muslim who's an extremist. Like, that's not what we do. We don't strap bombs to our chest. Now, there was an African dude who was coerced and brainwashed, and he's the one who had the explosive underwear on. I don't know if he was part of Boko Haram, Nigerian terrorist group. I don't know if they traced that back to him, but they try to say he was a Muslim, and that, of course, he did it for extreme reasons to kill Americans. So that divides us as well too, because now we're confused about are our Muslim terrorists or other Muslim terrorists.